Hello, Muster0063 back for part 6 of I Wanna Go the Jumple Refrenture. We are still in area 5 because, as I said last time, there is a definite spike in the difficulty. Yeah, this is probably one of the, or I'd say area 5 overall probably is one of the most, certainly one of the most difficult of the whole lot. So, not surprising to me in the slightest that it's probably going to take me two videos to clear this area. Well, I certainly hope it's only 2 anyway. So, let's press on. We'll go all the way down here. Think what on earth I want to do with that. I want to collect that and then reach there. And I do not want to jump into that spike. Bad, bad, bad. But anyway, I don't actually think the first part of this screen, fun enough, is too bad. But we'll see how things go. Of course, we've still got the main gimmick that's in play in Area 5 is the the spike switcher. So yep. Damn it, that was terrible. So yeah, you collect the square sort of pink-looking refresher, and yeah, it changes the spikes between sort of red and grey. And as with before, the red one, when they're red, that's when you, or that's when they are safe and are, you're able to move through them. That was probably after 2 deaths that way. It's probably another good time to refer to the difference again between, yeah, I need to double jump that, what am I doing? The difference between Jungle Adventure, which obviously this game is pretty much the successor to, and is the, what happens if you go off screen when you're upside down. If you go off screen here, even though you're upside down, it's a death. On Jungle Adventure, you were able to, well, you survived, so it was, you were perfectly able to make use of the extra space, but here, not so much, which obviously makes things a little bit tighter. I don't know why on earth this this sort of area at the bottom here is causing me so many problems. It's really not that bad, but oh well. That's just terrible, seriously. It's a pretty straightforward jump to land back there. I mean, I will... That's not what I need to do, but thankfully I can save myself by doing that. Right, not so close to... What?! Oh, you need to... Okay, I don't think I'd actually messed up there exactly, or that I could have, or that I actually was able to pull it round, but I think what I did there, unfortunately, was when you land the right side up after flipping, you need to move very quickly because the refresher is still greyed out, and you're going to need that because you're going to need to still be right side up rather than upside down. But if you wait too long, then it's going to be back. See what I did there? I went very quickly. And when you, of course, want to jump over the mini spike over on the left-hand side of the screen, if the flipping gravity is in play, then you'll go upside down. And of course, you do not want that. And I knew that was going to happen. I tried to safeguard against it, and that still happened. I really don't agree with what's kind of going on there with the turning around direction, but yeah, fine. What happened, because it was back in part 3 probably that we last really saw the damn it, the teleporter sort of really in play a lot, was apparently I pressed the directional button before I hit the jump button, so which negated the effect of the teleporter because it didn't go where I wanted to. So I need to teleport over to the right, but I of course need to quickly face left and reach the refreshers. But yeah, apparently I went left before the effect of the teleporter or jump came into play. So yeah. Oh, I missed it! I missed it, my jump, and I could have still shot the save, I think, and actually still saved myself there. Although it would have been very, very. I probably would have tried it, but in fact, actually looking at the reset, I think I would have been okay there because the spikes just below the save are, when you first kick off the stage, are actually the ones that you can go through. But I would have been very nervous, actually, that they were the ones that would kill you. Because if I'd shot for the save without being on the ledge and sort of fell down, if those spikes were the ones that were, ones that would kill me, then I could have absolutely screwed my save file over, which would have been wonderful. But yeah, doesn't look like that is the case. Which again might be a very nice, deliberate design point of view. But still, you've got to be kidding me. I feel like there's absolutely no way that I'm turning round before I'm pressing the jump button. I was sort of being like super deliberate there as well, and I still did it. I just feel like I don't agree with how that works. I know ultimately it comes down to the order in which I must be pressing the buttons, but that was just awful on about 5,000 counts. But I genuinely don't feel like I'm turning... What am I doing turning around before I'm pressing the button? It just looks stupid as well. And this bottom bit is already causing me way too many problems. Again, look at that. I could not have, in my own mind, set myself up for that more so that I actually waited before pressing the directional button. And it's still got me. I mean, thankfully we don't have to worry about it anymore, or at least for that bit. But good grief! I'm deliberately waiting, and I'm still not getting it right. Oh, good grief! Anyway, let's move on to what I think is quite a tricky section, or certainly more so than the first bit. But oh well. Who knows? It might end up turning out that it ends up being easier. I won't hold my breath on that one, but yeah. Damn it, missed the refresher. But this one looks really, really nice. So yeah, you get the fast one to get over to the spike changer, which, if I can pull it off, might actually be able to demonstrate, which opens this path up. The slow one to the space switcher again. Over to the right-hand side, which you then want to get, and then you need to get the flipper, or you use the high gravity to get the flipper. You then need to use the flipper to collect the spike changer, because you need these spikes to be changed colour. And that's a bit of an annoying jump to have messed up, believe me, but oh well. I'm hoping that I can kind of get into a rhythm, at least with the first bit, not so much the first jump, but after I've collected the first spike switch, so that one, I'm kind of hoping that I can really get into a rhythm where I don't die sort of too much on the next bit, or at least up until the bit where I'm right side up on solid ground. Because yeah, it's kind of hectic, because you don't really have much time to rest or anything, and you've got to do lots of jumps all in one go. But yeah, anyway, kind of hoping that I'm okay to kind of pull that off. Jumped way too early there. Although I will say, that was appalling. I will say that this is really kind of cruel, I think, at least, in knowing where you're supposed to go. Because, I don't know if you want to... Yeah, have a look at the bottom right-hand side of the screen. To me, or certainly when I first did this, it was pretty much, okay, I know where I'm going. I'm going off the screen at the bottom. That would be, particularly since we've got the sort of fast spike kind of in play as well, but that would be, we've got a bit of weaving to do. That would be where you need to go. That is not where you need to go. Yeah, what you actually... Why do I keep messing that up? Where you actually need to go is over to the right-hand side, and you need to teleport through the wall. Now, admittedly, you do get a bit of a preview. I'm messing this bit up. I'm messing up from here onwards way too many times, because that bottom bit on the right-hand side is not so easy, and I'd really like to do this, or start pulling this off with some consistency. Yeah, getting back to the point, you do admittedly get a slight view of what's on the other side of the wall, because the slow gimmick, I'm hopefully about to pick up here. You can kind of see there is stuff over to the right-hand side, but which kind of lends itself to think, oh, there's an area over to the right. But it's certainly not your first instinct when you come to this. When you reach the bottom of the screen there, there's a clear, narrow gap with a sort of a speed gimmick in play as well. So I certainly thought I was being tested as to whether or not I could fit in the gap at the bottom to drop off screen. But yeah, that's not where you're supposed to go. You're supposed to collect the teleport gimmick and go through the wall on the right hand side, which I think is kind of cruel first time out. I suppose a case could be made for the fact that it is a teleporter refresher that you're picking up last, to the point of view of thinking, well, okay, it's a teleporter, where just jumping straight off screen might therefore not be where I need to go. But still, I think most people, when they see the bottom right hand side of that, the bottom right hand side of the screen, are going to think that they should fall off the screen rather than teleport through the wall. But yeah, oh well. Damn it! That was awful. I do think the hardest bit is the fast gimmick on the right hand side there. You have to be. That's going to die. Yeah, you have to be quite low down again. Otherwise, I feel like you're just going to ram into the spike that's sort of hanging off of the ceiling. It's a very, very annoying spike with that fast moving gimmick. Oh, for goodness sake! I need to do this bit. I'm not getting near enough as many goes. Seriously, at the bit on the right hand side, I'm messing up way too many times here. Not using the flipping one to jump high enough to collect the spike switcher, or not landing the jump after I've collected the spike switcher. I'm just messing up way too often on that. I'd really like to get some consistency, because I say the bit on the right hand side's not easy. You know, I'm probably going to take me loads of goes to get it, but I'm not having loads of goes because I can't get that right at the moment. I mean, it is awkward, admittedly, because you have to use a jump while you're upside down and to get to the spike changer whilst weaving through spikes. And yeah, it's not easy by any stretch of the imagination, but I would like to pull that off a lot more frequently than I currently am. And yeah, look, I got down to the bottom there. I was really good about saving my jump with the fast gimmick, but yeah, I jumped too early apparently, and didn't or not far enough while I was not far enough over to the right hand side, and yeah, the teleporter obviously then doesn't work, so I need to fall presumably a lot further. That was way too close. There we go. Okay, not so bad. Reasonably happy with that. But yeah, very intuitively, or yeah, not intuitively, immediately intuitively obvious where you're supposed to go there, bottom right hand side, and that will certainly catch out pretty much all first time players, I would assume. And yeah, it can be kind of nasty, that. Let's move on. Am I doing that right? I think I am. Oh, I just need to jump way later than I am. Blur. Yeah, of course, I'm up right side up, so a bit lower, not that low, obviously. But yeah, don't go quite so. Yeah, don't jump quite so soon. That's terrible. So yeah, low enough that you can reach the slow jump, but not so low that you go in the pit. Too early with that, and that was kind of annoying because that was pretty close to the end. I actually don't think this save is too tricky, in all honesty, so yeah, here's hoping that this doesn't take that long. That jump there, and actually, funnily enough, the jump after it are probably the trickiest two things, I would say, but I don't think either are that bad. And neither of them actually are using any refreshers, funnily enough, in having to make the jump. So yeah, the one I just died to there is all just regular platform. It's an awkward jump, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's not like we've got yeah, a refresher gimmick to have to worry about. Just regular platforming. And again, I could do with doing the first bit and giving myself more chances at it. Well, that would be great if I could do that. But what was that? Okay, it's a kind of a dip initially, that jump. Before pulling, yeah, like that. But yeah, that second mini spike is a pain in the neck. And oh yeah, the gate jump, when you've also got to get quite a way over to the right hand side, obviously to clear the spike that will kill you. Kind of awkward. Yeah, there you are. The gate jump's not so bad in itself, but nowhere near enough distance to clear the spike sticking out from the right hand wall. That's what makes it awkward. What? How did I think I somehow managed to collect the spike switching refresher, but miss the reverse gravity one because I just plummeted. That's amazing. I'd have to look back at that, but I can only assume that's what happened. And yeah, that's more impressive than clearing the screen normally. How in the world did I collect the top one without the bottom one? If that is what happened, I'm actually somewhat impressed. Right. What? Oh, it's I miscalculated and assumed that was a safe spot. Of course it's not. You have to just continue moving on. That's not a safe spot. Bother! Yeah, so you have to jump over the spike to the 3 short hop, or the low gravity, high gravity, low jump refreshers. Yeah, because that's not a safe spot. Probably should have realised that sooner than I did, or certainly on the run that I got to, but yeah. Like I said, it is kind of awkward, and I jumped over, having got that far, I jumped over the refresher. Terrific. Absolutely awful. That's bad. That's really, really bad. Too low. I'm conscious again of I'm falling quite quick, and I don't want to hit the spikes on the ceiling, but obviously equally I don't want to jump too soon and leave myself unable to clear the spike that's going to be on the floor. And already this has taken longer than I would have liked. Damn it! I think I'm just because I'm not getting to the gate jump anywhere near as often as I would like. And something happened there again where I didn't get the gravity didn't reverse. I can't explain why. And again, I somehow jumped before hitting the gravity one, but then I should have gone up, not just plummeted straight down. I don't understand what's happened there. Too low again. Just so conscious of not wanting to ram into the spikes on the ceiling. Terrible. Yeah, this first bit, getting to there I shouldn't be dying anywhere near as much as I am on that. Should be giving myself way more goes at this. That was just terrible. And again, one of those ones that you can tell as soon as you set off. I was like, yeah, I probably cleared the gates there, but no way am I far enough over to the left to clear the spike. Right, don't jump over the thing this time, and yeah. Still a bit little left to do at the end. You've got a regular refresher and a teleporter, but yeah, if you just sort of hold right really at the end, then everything just seems to work out pretty nicely. So yeah, not too bad there once you clear or get to the sort of the very top bit. Right, let's move on. That's terrible. I think I managed to clear, or I think I managed to collect the top one without collecting the bottom one. It's slightly less impressive, that one, than the on the left-hand side, but oh well, still fairly difficult to do, given how close they are. Whoops, completely forgot where the safe spot was going to be. And I did it again, wonderful. But anyway, yeah, you need to get the high gravity or the low gravity one, obviously, in order to fly up. And yeah, land well. Terrible. Kind of a tricky section there, I'd say. Yeah, from the sort of middle to the bottom, where you're going to have to, where you've got nothing but the high gravity, pretty much refreshers, because I do find those to be a little bit awkward. It's always a case of, particularly when you're not quite sure when they. Sorry, they're not low ones, are they? What am I on about? It's the spike changer one. So ignore everything I just said. It's yeah, pretty much just regular refreshers, because obviously they are bound to work in your favour, so that you can get through the spikes. So yeah, ignore everything I just said. I took a quick look at them, and for some reason thought they were the yeah, high gravity ones. Yeah, ignore me. I'm an idiot. Bad. Why did I not rest? Well, I was trying to give myself a sort of an extra double jump there for the mini spike weave. Given how I played that, I really shouldn't have done, because I wasn't going to get my double jump. But yeah, I have no idea why I didn't take a rest just before it. That's, I presume, what you're supposed to do. Even if it's not, that's certainly what I'm going to do. There's a perfectly ready-made platform there for you to rest on and make the yeah, actually means that you give yourself a double jump for the mini spike weave. That was bad. Don't know why I went for that. Yeah, all that quickly. Terrible jump before I hit the refresher. Yeah, all right, fine. Just didn't get there in time. A bit annoying. That loop round is really irritating me as well. Yeah, that's well, maybe it isn't, but I always find it tricky for whatever reason. Yeah, whether it's the spike that's hanging from the left hand, or yeah, facing left, that's the problem, I don't know. But yeah, this bit is just, yeah, I do find it tricky. Wish I didn't. But, there we go, right. Give myself a break, and yeah, fine. Yay. Unfortunately, there's no yeah, halfway save for everything on this screen. We've got to do it all in one go, but yeah. Bottom left, there is the warp. This is the last screen, so yeah, let's just progress on and hope this doesn't take too long. And it's another one of those screens where, whoops, you have to hit a whole bunch of these switches in order to clear a path. That was bad, terrible. Yeah, which unfortunately means that we have to go all the way over to the right-hand side of the screen and then back over to the left-hand screen, which just makes this screen quite lengthy, and of course with no save in the middle, that's not so great, but oh well. Well, that was bad, and I have to remember I'm upside down and that I'm going to need to jump immediately after going through the teleporter. Yeah, yeah, that I'm going to hit the spike changer. Okay, that was just first go was kind of yeah, obviously not me quite recognising where I was going to teleport to and what I need to do. But now I've got that clear, or now that I know that that bit shouldn't mess up on again, hopefully. Yeah, fine. Terrible. I know I'm upside down, but that's no excuse. And I'm aiming for the low gravity refresher. Lots of upside down play in this screen as well, which just tends to make things that little bit more awkward. That was bad. Once I get down to that refresher, I shouldn't be misjudging the jump to get over to the right hand side. That's not good at all. And they really need to stop messing up the first jump by somehow not jumping high enough to actually reach the bloody refresher. Yep, that's obviously a worry as well. At the top there, when you're upside down, not to jump too high. Or when you're too high, so that you go off screen at the top. That's to death too. Obviously being careful there with the teleporter just to make sure I'm high up in the jump so that I don't teleport through the right on the spike. Oh, I jumped before I hit. I thought I was going to hit the refresher on the way up. So I then jumped, but I didn't. I hit it and only hit it on the way down. But of course, by that point in time, I'd already assumed that I would have hit it. So I jumped, and of course, yeah, that was bad because I hadn't hit it yet. That was way too close as well. Too close there to the, or yeah, too far over to the left when trying to make that jump. Not good. Oops. Terrible. I mean, that spike drop does look kind of awkward, I will admit, but. And yeah, now having sort of in the middle of sort of saying that I didn't think it's not actually as bad as it looks, I'm probably now going to die. You know, God knows how many times in succession on it. But it really isn't that bad, which is very bizarre because even to me that does look really awkward. Okay, right, don't be so close to the left this time. There we go. Okay, so that's just an obvious safe spot. Okay, so I'm going to have to walk off, jump over the spike, get the gravity flipper, then we get the speed one, aim over to the right-hand side, and yeah. Oh, I was going to say not good, but actually that was not what I was intending, but will still work! And actually, knowing that actually means I don't have to do quite so much in fact, I probably will do that now. I was actually thinking I would have to do that all in one go. But the fact that I can actually give myself just a little bit of a breather there is probably quite helpful. I mean, I really wish I'd pulled that off that go and not messed up on the final jump. But, oh well. Knowing that I can take a bit of a rest there, just means that I don't have to be quite so precise with the flipping one, which is appreciated. Yeah, I'll take a rest. Gotcha! Okay, there we go. Not so bad. And I think actually clearing the final 3 screens actually took less time than the first 3 screens, although about an hour in total. Pretty close to an hour. Not sure the exact time, but I would say it's almost bang on an hour, which is what I estimated, I think, right when I started off the stage. So yeah, bang on the money there with my time estimation. And yeah, this is Area 6. It is the final area of the game, and well, I'll explain what's going on next time, because at the moment it looks like we haven't got too much variety in our refresher gimmicks, and yes, that's certainly the case. But yeah, Area 6 is a little bit different, and I'll explain what's going on with Area 6 next time. So yeah, until then, cheerio.